This is war declared on Russia, led by Washington and NATO. So it's very clear, it's a very simple thing. And as I indicated earlier, this war was declared 30 years ago, probably. During after the end of the Cold War, this.
Welcome, kindly subscribe to this channel and let's share many of the events that are taking place in our continent, Africa.
Idea of hegemony came, control everything, influence the world, divide the world into areas of influence. And it's not only expanding influence. It was a declaration of war because there was a concept developed by these guys to contain those who can compete, or at least who can share something in the global scene. That was not allowed. And because of the background of the Cold War era, this obsession of containing Russia was there for the last 30 years. It's nothing new. If you are containing one nation not to grow, not to compete, not to be able to make its contributions, then you are declaring war. I wouldn't be sitting here waiting for someone to contain me with sanctions, with obstructions, with the confusion, all sorts of things. This is a declaration of war. And we had our position very clear, not yesterday or the day before, but we said this is not the kind of world order that the peoples of all continents need. Nobody needs this kind of policies, hegemony, control, and not allow people to grow and work hard to change their quality of life. This idea of war in Ukraine or war between the Russian Federation and Ukraine is not true at all. This is war declared by NATO and Washington against the Russian Federation for the last 30 years. This has been going on and on and on for the last 30 years. How can you contain Russia? Not enable Russia to economically compete, not enable Russia to compete in technology, not allow Russia to compete in industries, not allow Russia to even have influence everywhere. If you have declared this war, then the war is there. It's not a war between Russia and Ukraine. For that matter, our position was clear. We were against this so-called global order or world order. We've been victims of these sanctions. It's not big nations or not powerful nations like Russia, China, or anybody else, but even those who don't bow or kneel down to this ideology of hegemony will have to be punished. Sanctions. This declaration of war will have to end. This is not a war from between Russia and Ukraine. This is a war declared by NATO, led by Washington, and Russia has a right to defend itself, not alone. It's not an isolated Russian case. This is a global issue, and we need an order, a global order or a world order that enables everybody to share, cooperate. Complementarity will have to be there. You can't contain someone, you can't contain one nation, you can't force or even use force, all sorts of coercion to subdue nations. This is not acceptable.
By the way, don't forget to subscribe. The Taste Brothers have been under public scrutiny for almost a year now, with various accusations from women. Like always, they have accused elements they call the matrix, who seem to have control over the doings or everything that is going on in this world, who seek his downfall because he speaks for the youth who have long time been neglected by the government. Let's hear what he has to say after the court hearing. The Tate's assistants, Georgiana and Ruana, were also at court today. We hope they are acquitted sooner and freed of all charges that the government has imposed on them. Many great men like Bill Cosby, Johnny Depp, and Man City player Benjamin Mendy were wrongly accused, but they were discharged. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.